Now, China says it's one of Africa's largest trading partner, but your report paints a different picture. Explain to us what the political strategy known as United Front is all about.
Yes, China is rather Africa's largest trading partner. Trade is over 280 billion a year, so that is not in dispute. However, what the report talks about is United Front. United Front in Chinese, this is called Tongyi Zhanqian. It goes all the way back to the founding of the Communist Party. The basic idea is that the Communist Party mobilizes its circle of friends and mobilizes sympathizers and alliances across different spectrums of society. So you're looking at the private sector, you're looking at cultural organizations, you're looking at business organizations, you're looking at political parties, youth, students. The list goes on and on and on. And under the United Front Work Department of the Chinese Communist Party, you have over hundreds of thousands of these organizations, which are operational in China, but many of them also have external-facing organizations that work not just in Africa, but other parts of the global South, in order to build that consistent and universal support for the Communist Party, advancing its narratives, supporting its interests, defending it where necessary, but at the same time also discrediting the views and the perspectives and the programs of what would be considered adversaries or competitors of the Chinese Communist Party. So very operational on the ground in a wide variety of ways. What is important, Esther, and what I identify in that report, which you so kindly cited at the beginning of this program, is that it is extremely difficult, very, very difficult, to draw direct links between these organizations that operate under the United Front and the Chinese Communist Party. And this is the basic design of a United Front operation. This is basically what it looks like.
You know, Paul, I'm kind of very concerned, and I think Africans should be concerned about, a foreign country infiltrating its intelligence services, the judiciary, and all of this, even former heads of state and the political parties. But the question is, aren't the African elite concerned about this kind of infiltration?
Well, there's a mixed picture in Africa. Obviously, state elites, political parties in power, security leaders, and so forth, are very supportive, very, very supportive of the People's Republic of China, and this is expressed in many ways. But when you look at the broader structures of society, when you look at civil society organizations, when you look at journalists, certainly some of them, when you look at human rights organizations, the views are very different. And I think the biggest concern that is raised among this category of people is that the model that the Chinese Communist Party uses, which is premised on absolute party control of the state, of government, of the military, is really incompatible with African aspirations. Over 70% of Africans, according to Afrobarometer, would like to live in democratic societies where you have a clear separation between the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branches of government. Over 80% reject one-party states, and the same figure, according to Afrobarometer, also reject military rule. So there's definitely incompatibilities. But having said that, China is also engaged outside the governmental sector with regard to students and so on. So it's really a mixed bag.